Production underwriting for Ruckus has been made possible in part by the generous contributions from Fred and Lou Hartwig and from viewers like you. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome to Ruckus, our weekly food for thought fight over the news of the day and the trends of the times. Election Day is less than 2 weeks away, and the Ruckettes, Woody, Mary, Gwen, and Yale are here to talk about that and other topics as well. Let's start tonight with Kansas City International Airport, KCI, originally labeled Kansas City Inconvenience, inconvenient by critics of its once remote location in Platte County. 40 years after the grand opening, though, KCI has become a local icon, and lots of folks are unhappy about plans to change it. The current plan that's gaining support from the City Council and other officials is to make KCI a one-terminal airport by rebuilding Terminal A, demolishing Terminal B, and leasing Terminal C to other interests. Federal and local aviation officials stress the need for change, citing cost and security concerns. So, Gwen, have we therefore reached a point where opponents of changing KCI have to realize sometimes you just can't fight City Hall?
I think we have on this one. The airport was built in the early 1970s. It is outdated. As much as we love the conveniences of, getting right to the gate and you can make a flight if you're running behind, that's all going to change. And the taxpayers don't have to weigh in with any type of a vote. There's not going to be a ballot initiative on this because airports are funded by the Federal Aviation Administration, the airlines, and actually travelers. So the taxes that you pay when you buy an airline ticket actually, fees go to the Federal Aviation Administration, and those fees are invested in building airports and keeping them safe. Now, when it comes to citizen engagement on this process, I think where citizens can be involved is informing the design plans to try to retain some of those amenities and conveniences that we've grown to love here in Kansas City. I mean, I love the airport the way it is, and people who travel here, I think really are surprised at how easy they can get in and out. But because it is not because it's something that's airline driven, we're missing out on some things such as having more nonstop flights, and this is something that the airlines determine.
So this is being determined by the airlines, not by the general public.
And not by the general public, because that's how it's driven.
And Mark Van Lowe, who is the aviation director in Kansas City, Missouri, was on Steve Kraski's program on KCUR Up to Date.
I heard it.
I didn't hear it, but I read about it, and after hearing complaints, I guess, from the public, he said, I work for the airlines. I don't work for the public.
He says check the transcript on that. I called him about that because it did that statement came off, a little bit arrogant. The reality, what he says is that if you go back and you can go online and hear that what he said is that he also works for. He didn't say that exclusively works for them.
Gwen, I appreciate your point of view, but I mean there just isn't any public figure that I know of in Kansas City more arrogant than this man. Now, does he have a reason to be arrogant? Yes. I think he's telling the truth. In case you're out there and you like the airport and you think it has anything at all to do with you, that's all a myth. You have nothing to say. This is all a matter of insider politics and insider business, big business. And Mark Van Lowe, who pretends to speak for the people of Kansas City on this, does not. And actually is not pretending to. He was very candid earlier on this year, when he said, you have nothing to say about this. So stop, wasting your time, seriously. The City Council will give a clear go ahead for anything that's proposed. The city did get the contract for the designer, for the planners of this sort of thing. But guess what? Mark Van Lowe said that the federal government wants to make this major change because of security. The Transportation Security Administration has not asked or even demanded these changes. This is about airline profits, period.
Well,
Sorry.
you've written about this rather extensively, Gail, and you're not happy with this change that's coming to KCI, are you?
Well, I'm not happy, but Mark Van Loo doesn't care whether I'm happy or not,
doesn't care
or
about
most
it.
of the other
Well,
passengers.
you're one of the few who has a voice. You have a weekly column. You can
Yes.
influence editorials.
Yes, well,
You're
let's
on Ruckus.
make 3 points.
All
Then.
right.
I'll make 3 points. One, I think Gwen is correct that an old airport will be replaced by a new airport. Sly James City Council see jobs, 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 so they will do that. And they also see it's not going to cost local taxpayers. Number two, if Mark Van Loo and his aviation department were such great experts, then why a year ago were they saying, we could build it 4 miles to the south, that's a really good idea, and then all of a sudden, well, that's not really a good idea. Maybe I'll think about that kind of stuff a little bit more clearly. And the third point I forget, except that it's going to happen.
Well, let me just say this. I spoke with both Mark and Russ Johnson, who chairs.
Oh, Russ Johnson.
City councilman
The
Russ
city council
Johnson.
member, because I asked him the same question about citizen engagement on this process, and it appears that it's a foregone conclusion that we're going to get a new airport, and they have all these various reasons why that's going to occur. What he said was that this is all there's like a $4 million study that's taking place, and so they're in second stage of the
yeah.
study.
That's true.
And so until the study is
That's always
done,
true. They always do a
They
$4
always
million
do a
study
study.
and then tell you they can't turn back.
And
Right.
Woody, as we wrap this up,
gonna happen.
Russ Johnson also said, look, we will love the new airport. We'll learn to love it just
thank
like we
you.
have become
Thank
enamored
you.
of the Sprint Center that
If they
replaced
want
Kemper
your
Arena.
opinion, they'll beat it out of you. They only wish they could run the entire city government this way, but they can't.
You bet.
But they can run the airport that way because all the income that comes into the airport
Yeah.
must be spent at the airport because of agreements they've long ago entered into with the federal government. So instead of, say, reducing rates, which would maximize the profits of the airport,
it
of the
would.
airlines,
Yes, it would.
and attracting more airlines here that way, no, they're going to build a monument to Mark Van Loo and an airport that nobody wants, and because they got to spend the money on something. That's why it's being built. And Yale nailed it. For the city council, a bunch of people get jobs while they build this airport, and they can say, why, look, the city's booming. Well, private enterprise may be dying in the city, but you're creating some jobs.
little
for
something to do with careerism, too,
with
Woody.
whom,
exactly
and quickly, with whom does the final decision rest?
The city council.
Well, the city council will say yes.
Well, if the city council said we don't want to build an
the federal
airport-
government has the final
Well,
say. So.
Okay,
you
so
can
it's
put it on the ballot in Kansas City.
but if the city turns it down and
It's
says
not
we don't
gonna
want
be a ballot
one,
in
the
this-
federal government will make it happen. Is that right? Okay.
Get the city-
I don't know if they can make it
Well, if
happen
it's a
at the
security
city.
concern,
They would
it
say,
isn't.
they would say
they say it
twice
is.
if it put, if
All
it
right,
was
we
put
got to
on
go
the
on. We're
ballot.
behind.
says it.
Continuing our discussion of transportation, but closer to street level, there's a story from the Blue Springs Examiner about a meeting of area mayors who hope to unite their cities with a rail transit system. Mike Sanders, the Jackson County executive, ran the meeting and announced the mayors will unveil plans for 3 routes next year. They will all begin downtown, then go to Independence, Blue Springs, and Lee Summit. Sanders is calling for a 1-cent sales tax increase along with federal money to fund the project. From what we now know about all this, Mary, does this sound like something voters are ready to eagerly support?
Well, this is an entirely different circumstance than what we just discussed at the airport. Now we have an opportunity for actual local officials to do a kind of unprecedented series of collaborations and cooperative efforts, and this has been going on for many months. We've discussed it often on Ruckus, to reconnect the metro. And of course, they base it on a number of things, but number one is economic development. For every $1 that is invested in transit, you get $3 back. And there's also in economic development. So Carson Ross is in Blue Springs, Don Reimel in Independence, David Bauer in Raytown, and on and on. They have come together in this uniquely united effort around Mike Sanders' effort to get this whole project going, to see if we can't reconnect via commuter rail a multifaceted metro system. It would include buses, of course, and of course the streetcar coming down Main Street.
Would this
Kansas
1
City.
cent sales tax be imposed in all these communities?
Well, that part isn't completely ironed out. They have in process what's in process is a structure for all of these mayors. And by the way, every mayor in Jackson County is on board, including, of course, and very importantly, Sly James. So that Mike's leadership effort on this is coming to something finally. And the last argument about this is that young people, the polls take, by the way, the polls take and show it's most popular in Platte County. And they've done a wide series of surveys around majority support in all the counties.
We could ask a Platte County youngster like Woody. What's going on with this? Do you find this a positive development?
Oh, I find as a transit supporter / economic development person who thinks this might help economic development, yes, I find it positive. The cost could be staggering. I mean, a 1 cent
Do we know what
sales
the cost
tax?
is?
Well, the whole thing is hundreds of millions of dollars, but I mean, of the actual, if you're putting a 1 cent
commuter
sales
rail.
tax on there,
About
that's
commuter rail.
$70 to $80 million a year.
Now,
That's
does
a lot
this
of money.
coalesce in some way with the streetcar starter system
Well,
downtown?
eventually, if you get things tied, I mean, that's, we already have something that connects this community. They're called roads, okay? Well, we have too many roads in a way, so now we want to have something that does it in a more, more modern way. So we're going to go back to the future and have the commuter rail. I actually living out in Kansas City, but near Raytown, I could use the commuter rail, get to work, all that kind of stuff. That could, I mean, if it really works out, I can individually see how that would help me and some people out in eastern Jackson County. But Mary kind of hit on it. If you don't connect the entire area and just as just a Jackson County thing, to me that's going to be a problem. And that's why Johnson County.
When you say entire area, you're talking about, what about Kansas, right?
Oh, absolutely.
No,
and
we
Johnson
started in
County does not
Kansas
like
with
transit.
KCK.
In Platte County, in Clay County.
Yeah.
Mayor Reardon is very excited about this and has said so publicly. And by the way, Yale, in terms of cost, could be done for less than the rehab of Arrowhead Stadium and Royal Stadium.
And you can play football on the tracks when the trains aren't running.
And everybody under 30 just loves
All right, we got to
the
move on. The
idea.
two people running for the U.S. Senate from Missouri, Claire McCaskill and Todd Akin, were on the same stage, but hardly on the same page at the campaign's final debate last weekend. Politico.com offered this headline: Akin McCaskill get testy in final debate, and this opinion of the overriding issue of the campaign. Is Representative Todd Akin a political extremist, or is Senator Claire McCaskill attached to President Obama's right hip? Public polling shows the race is tight, but internal poll results from McCaskill's campaign show her with a sizable lead. Now, we know that anything can happen in a campaign, and a day is a year in politics. But Woody, as things stand right now, less than 2 weeks from Election Day, what is your assessment of this McCaskill-Akin race?
Well, the Cozad poll has McCaskill up. Oh, that isn't the Cozad poll. That's the McCaskill internal poll, which I happened to hear about. She showed herself, and this is probably 10 days ago now.
12 points?
No, 9. That's 12s for public dissemination. But it's opening, so by now it may be 12. But at the time I heard it from some people who know, her internal polling showed her up by 9. And I tend to believe that. And, this poll that had him up by 4 is, I could trace the commissioning of that poll for you, but trust me, don't rely on it.
We trust you.
So she's ahead by high single digits, and by now it may be in the double. There's a ceiling there somewhere. The voters of Missouri don't love Claire. They'd rather not return her to the United States Senate if they were given another choice. So we're going to find that ceiling. I mean, she's going to go as far up as her negatives will let her go. And what it is, I don't claim to know. But I don't. If somebody believes Akin's going to win this thing, I don't know how they believe that. The question that I raised, and Yale raised too several weeks ago, would the national money come back in when he didn't get off the ticket? The answer is it hasn't come in yet, and it's a little late to start now.
Well, interesting. Is there any race in the country more interesting than this, other than what happened in Indiana with Robert Murdoch and his statements about rape and abortion yesterday?
Does that reignite the Akin controversy?
Well, I think it does,
Absolutely.
because I think people have, all the jokes have been run and the nastiness is, but not within his campaign. And Woody, who are these people?
Well, it's him and his wife.
The way
and
they
his
have
kids. No, you asked me who it is.
Well, but
that's
you
who
know
it
what
is.
I mean by
That's
who
who's
are these
running
people.
the campaign.
What are their attitudes?
His wife's his campaign
Just in
consultant.
terms of using the denigrating language about Claire and this personal attack. Do they really think they're going to increase the male vote in a white. I don't know who they're going after with the not only the unladylike, but calling Claire, equating Claire to a dog. Let's just everybody knows about
Wasn't
this.
that a little bit overblown, though? I mean,
Well,
he didn't really. He said she
No,
goes.
Mike, I don't
I
think-
know
no,
what she said. Let me
yes.
read it. Or what he said. She goes to Washington D.C. It's a little bit like one of those dogs, Fetch. Now that doesn't seem to me like he's saying she's a dog. He's just using an analogy.
Mike, it was universally understood as the the nastiest.
It wasn't
No,
universally
it was not
understood because I didn't
universally
understand it
understood.
that way.
People that try to denigrate women in public
Universally.
and compare them
And
to
one of
dogs
his aides-
are all
Well,
alike.
so
one of his
Republicans-
aides actually took it to the
Well, I
next
know
level.
that. That was,
It
but that
doubles
wasn't
down
the
on it,
candidate
Mike.
himself, and that was
Watch out.
Yeah,
Jay, you don't-
his aide actually clarified what
I
he was
know,
saying.
I know, but that's not what he
Clarified
said.
it.
Yes, he made it
is
real
what he
clear.
Well,
said.
he
They
didn't
called her
say
a
he was
dog.
clarifying.
But he
Yeah, I know.
understands what he's
Anyway,
doing.
I want to go over
Mike.
here. Republicans, then,
Dog
if they
whistle
lose this race in
Yeah.
Missouri, really have no one to blame but Republican Todd Akin.
Well, no, I mean, absolutely. Now, when you
It
said,
was a race they could have
when
won,
you
presumably.
say, hey, the races turn on a dime, well, it turned on, August the 13th or whatever, that Friday night when he gave the interview about legitimate rape, and then it was broadcast on Sunday. National media pickup, more or less, game over at that point. Now, the other thing is, well, will Claire say something stupid? Or will there be, which she won't, I mean, Woody and I already agreed on that because she's a veteran politician. Or will something about her campaign or her husband come up that will put a question in people's mind, like, wait a minute, I don't really want her in there. Now, the Akin campaign is making much of the investments that her husband, who's this multimillionaire, has with federally subsidized housing, all that kind of stuff. One, it hasn't stuck, and two, it's really a problem, kind of this late date, to have something, unless it really is clear. And that thing, at least in my mind, is unclear.
So at this point, and we noted anything can happen in politics, and a week is a year and all of that.
Well,
are all five of us in agreement Claire McCaskill will be reelected?
Yes, and there's this little
Absolutely.
fact that's, you know that Claire's mom is
Yes.
very ill, and she has called off her campaigning till Sunday. Everybody's very concerned about Betty Ann McCaskill because she is
let's not
a.
go too far.
Just a moment. Just
Let's
a
not go
moment.
too far
You know,
here. I
wait
mean,
a minute.
a sick
Look,
mother is not a campaign issue.
You don't like to insert personal things into politics, but this is personal.
Let me say we all wish
Yeah. It
Claire's
will-
mother, Betty Ann, a
For a
prompt
week.
return to good
For a
health.
week, she won't be able to.
The third
campaign.
and final presidential debate lacked the impact of the first and the passion of the second. It did, however, offer President Obama and Governor Reagan a final chance to appear face-to-face in a face-off over foreign policy. How's that for alliteration? Here are a few moments from Monday evening as seen on PBS.
But in order to be able to fulfill our role in the world, America must be strong. America must lead. And for that to happen, we have to strengthen our economy here at home.
America remains the one indispensable nation. And the world needs a strong America, and it is stronger now than when I came into office.
Our Navy is smaller now than any time since 1917. The Navy said they needed 313 ships to carry out their mission. We're now down to 285.
You mentioned the Navy, for example, and that we have fewer ships than we did in 1916. Well, Governor, we also have fewer horses and bayonets because the nature of our military's changed.
I look around the world, I don't see our influence growing around the world. I see our influence receding, in part because of the failure of the president to deal with our economic challenges at home, in part because of our withdrawal from our commitment to our military in the way I think it ought to be.
On a whole range of issues, whether it's the Middle East, whether it's Afghanistan, whether it's Iraq, whether it's now Iran. You've been all over the map.
Okay, I said Governor Reagan by mistake. Governor Romney. Conservative Republicans are all alike to me. Now we've got the four presidential and vice presidential debates finished. So let's talk about them collectively for a moment before we focus on last Monday's matchup. So Yale, does the electorate benefit from these debates?
You know, I really do think they did. And I mean, a lot of people watched. The first one, the one where Obama did so terribly and Romney did so well, changed the nature of this campaign. Let's not kid ourselves. I mean, it changed the nature of this campaign. All the polls show that. So that the debate in that way certainly helped one candidate, but I think it also helped focus Obama on being, I just can't run as a aloof campaign. I'm imperial. I will now, be reelected. So that was good. And the second thing is, if you go back and actually look at some of the issues which have been on social media, which have been raised through the cable channels, Fox and MSNBC on both sides, there have actually been some meaty issues discussed. Forgetting all the rape things and all that kind of stuff, which are very interesting social issues, the economic issues were discussed probably, too much to some people's degrees. Now, have there been? My last point is, have there been answers? Like, you absolutely know that if Governor Reagan is reelected, if Governor Reagan is elected and Romney actually shows up, will he create 12 million jobs? Well, no, you don't really know that from this. Conversely, Obama, he does have that aura of, I'm going to do the same thing I'm talking about here. I'm going to be nice to people. I'm going to, have social programs to help you.
Right.
So I think it's helped both candidates.
Right. We're down to 90 seconds, so we're going to have to hurry through here. What was your assessment of the debate between Obama and Romney?
Well, pretty much the same as Yale's. I think you can track those three debates, and each one of them had a different impact. The big one was the first one. I do agree with you. Mostly these debates are not enlightening. I think these debates revealed a good deal about both candidates. And rather than get into a big argument about what that is, I just believe if you watched all three debates, you got something about their character and what they really fundamentally plan to do. You got a pretty clear idea.
And can anybody doubt that Bob Schieffer was by far the best
No,
of the
he was
moderators?
clearly the best.
And let me tell you why. He does this every week. He
Yes,
moderates
I
a TV
understand.
show every week,
Yes.
and he has stature. And when he said, no, we're going to move on, they said, okay,
Well, Mike,
we'll
I
move on.
understand how you arrive at that, but I don't necessarily agree with you.
Bob Schieffer wasn't the best?
Well, let's argue about
okay.
what the two candidates for president said. I was stunned by the last. I thought the president was terrific in the second debate. He clearly wanted the whole nation, agreed. But this debate about foreign policy, Romney simply jumped up and landed in the president's lap and asked for a great big hug. He agreed with him on every single policy that he has. And Mike, you know what? Every single one of those, he was on the other side, including the war in Iraq, including the date to get out of Afghanistan, including his policy in Syria and Iran. He agreed with him on everything.
And therefore, you and Gwen will applaud his bipartisanship.
No, I won't, because 2 weeks ago, I applaud his lack of character. Which Romney is it? Americans have no way to know what this man really believes.
Got to run here. Now we're going to turn to Roast and Toast, where the Rockettes cheer or jeer people and events in the news. And we start tonight with Mary.
Want to roast, guess who? Romney. Mr. Romney.
Reagan.
This whole matter of not really knowing where he stands started with women's issues in 1994 when he looked into the camera and said, I just 100% in favor of women's right to choose and their control over their own reproductive health. In 2002, he was for the status quo on Roe versus Wade. 2008, however, he said he would happily sign a ban on abortion in America. 2012, however, gosh, he's back to wanting to support Ryan's bill that is something called the Personhood Amendment that would ban most forms of birth control. And now, guess what? He's back and forth. He thinks he might not support a woman's right to choose if she is raped and gets pregnant. You can't figure out where this man is.
Well, I'm going all the way back to Kansas City for my potential.
We live here.
I know, potential toast. This is to Mayor Sly James and the City Council. Next week, they apparently will get to have an attempt to get to the bottom of whether the fire department is providing good, protective ambulance service. They need to look at the time response. That's a very important thing. They also need to look at the new way of sending out ambulances and see whether that eventually can save money for the taxpayers of Kansas City while protecting them. So that could be a very good City Council meeting next week.
Senator Marco Rubio spoke today in Kansas City, and I had the good fortune to be there and hear what he had to say. And he, as politicians mostly do nowadays, told a personal story, which is about his family and its background. And his parents fled to the United States from Cuba, and his mother was a maid in a hotel cleaning out rooms, and his father was tending bar there. And yet they managed to provide for their children and give them a chance at success in a free society. This election, says Senator Rubio, and I agree, is about whether you believe this free enterprise system of ours provides best for people who find themselves in the position of the Rubio family. The senator believes so from personal experience.
to the entire Republican Party, led by Mitt Romney, and with Todd Akin, with Murdoch, unbelievable Neanderthal views on women and women's reproductive health, equal pay in the workplace. Right. I mean, just take us back to those days when men walked around with clubs and hit women over the head. This is totally ridiculous, and I don't understand how any woman in her right mind could support the Republican Party at this time.
Finally, we've talked a lot about the presidential and vice presidential debates, but we have ignored the debate between Ann Romney and Michelle Obama, the First Lady debate. Some of those who did watch it on television offered these reactions on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
Who do you think won the debate between Ann Romney and Michelle Obama last night?
I'd have to say Michelle Obama. She really did a lot better. Her speech was more grafted in.
Definitely Ann Romney. I think she's very classy and a wonderful lady.
I just saw a little bit of it, to tell you honestly. I had something else going on, so I didn't see the whole debate. But I saw the personality came out, the connection came out.
There was no First Lady debate. Those were not actors. Those were real people. They can vote. And that's Ruckus for tonight. Be sure to join Nick Haynes for Kansas City Week in Review Friday evening at 7:30. Now, on behalf of the Ruckettes and the Ruckus crew, Mike Shannon saying thanks for watching and good night.